Hi there, I'm Lauren and we're going to be making Mother's Day cupcakes today. These are perfect as a gift and they're so delicious. So first you want to have either a stand mixer or a hand whisk or something of that form. You're also going to need eggs, flour, sugar, softened butter, and I will put all the measurements and specifications in the description box. So you're going to need to put your butter and sugar into your mixer and beat until nice and fluffy.
Passion is gone and love's taken flight. Things just feel heavy tonight.
Every so often you want to scrape down the sides of your
tasting
to make sure you have
tears.
nothing that isn't in
I'm fighting no fear.
This needs to be very pale and colour,
Still there's a
in
hole
texture.
in my heart.
So it will be done when
Not
those two
on
things
my
happen.
own, but I feel it
At this stage
sometimes.
mine was nearly done, but I just continued mixing it for a bit.
Wondering what should I
Because it
do?
wasn't quite there.
For reasons
The next thing you want to be
unknown, I
considering
don't need
is
to
while this is done,
decide.
you want to prepare your eggs.
It's
So just
true
put 3
that
eggs
I
into
don't
a jug or a bowl.
have.
You can little whisk them with a
I'm
spoon
tasting no tears.
but I just
I'm
put
fighting
1 egg
no
at a time
fears.
and beat really well.
Still there's a hole in my heart. I'm wasting no time. I'm losing my mind. Here till the day I depart. Don't know what's wrong.
Now that the
Something
last egg is in,
isn't right.
I'm going to put the mixer
Feel
down
I
again
belong
and
in the
continue
light.
beating. This is definitely going to curdle, like
Passion
it always
is
does for me. If it doesn't,
Love's
please do
taken
not worry,
flight.
don't panic, please do not start again.
Things just feel
Everything, like
heavy.
it's all okay, like everything will turn out right when you put the flour in.
Things just feel
If you do have
heavy.
any problems, leave them in the comments box and I will try and answer them as soon as I can. Next thing you want to do is add the zest of 1/2 or 3/4 of a lemon. I don't add the zest of a whole lemon. It's personal preference. If you aren't a big fan of lemon, don't put in as much, but you definitely do need something. If you really do not like lemon, I would advise putting in a teaspoon of vanilla instead of the lemon. So as you can see here, it's curdled a lot. So this will just even out once you put in the flour.
Things just feel heavy tonight.
It is really important to use a spatula or a rubber, anything kind of rubber that will scrape down your bowl to make sure there's nothing left at the bottom of your bowl. Next, you want to sieve in your flour, and this is self-raising flour. And when you're sieving things in, it will create air as well. So air is really important in your cupcakes because it will make them really light and not kind of heavy and stodgy. So next you want to fold in all the flour. You do not want to beat this in because it will get rid of any air that you've already created. So just fold this in gently, and if you don't know what folding is, you just want to kind of turn your spatula in little circles. Just do what I'm doing in this video. So as you can see now, it's not curdled at all. So that is looking perfect. Next we're just going to add a tiny bit of liquid. So here I've got the lemon I've already used. And a little tip here, if you have got if your lemon's really hard or something like that, you can just roll it on the counter and it'll make it softer. So you need to cut it in half and use a juicer you can get I have a plastic one which isn't as good. I would recommend getting a glass or a stainless steel one, which I have a stainless steel one. You can also get the electric ones, which I would highly recommend. So here we've got the juice of half a lemon. And I am going to measure it out in tablespoons. Again, I will put the recipe in the description box. So you want to just a couple tablespoons and put that into a jug. So this jug has milk in it, and you just want to fold that in along with your lemon juice. Next you're going to need some cupcake cases. I actually use muffins for muffin cases and a muffin tray for my cupcakes because I feel like they just are a better size. So here I've got 3 different types. You can kind of use any of these. These are just 3 examples. If you have something completely different to that, that's fine as long as it works for you. So I also have a 12 whole muffin case and muffin tin, and I've just filled that with all the paper cases. The next thing you're going to need is either an ice cream scooper, which is quite popular, or Buttercream. I always recommend using soft butter because it is really easy to get pale colour. Sometimes I would recommend leaving a room temperature for a day, or if you're under some time pressure, you can put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds, but don't melt it. It's just really handy.
Passion has gone and love's taken flight. Things just feel heavy tonight.
It depends. You can put it in half at the start and then beat it and then the other half, or you can put it in spoonfuls, and I prefer to do spoonfuls. I just feel like you don't have to turn the mixer off, and it's just easier. I find it is personal preference again. So that buttercream is nice, but it's very thick, and if you went to pipe it, it wouldn't really come out of the piping bag. It'd be very stiff and difficult to pipe. So here we've got some white grapefruit juice, and it might seem odd, you can use lemon juice if you'd like, but I had white grapefruit.
Tasting no tears, not fighting no fears. Still there's a hole in my heart. I'm wasting no time, I'm losing my mind.
They're separated
Here
into
till
bowls.
the
You
day
can choose as many
I
colours as you want. I picked pink, purple, and a turquoise blue. I've also got some cocktail sticks. I would really highly recommend using gel food colouring because it doesn't change the consistency of your cakes or your buttercream or anything like that. And they aren't very expensive either.
Things just feel heavy tonight. I'm tasting no tears, I'm fighting no fears, but still there's a hole in my heart. Not on my own, but I feel it sometimes. Wondering what should I do? For reasons unknown, I don't need to decide. It's true that I don't have a clue. I'm tasting no tears, not fighting no fears. Still there's a hole in my heart. I'm wasting no time, I'm losing my mind. Here till the day I depart. Don't know what's wrong, something isn't right. Feel I belong in the light. Passion has gone, and love's taken flight. Things just feel heavy tonight. Things just feel heavy tonight. Don't know what's wrong, something isn't right. I feel I belong in the light.
All the time when you're piping, to make sure you don't get like bigger, it's not like patchy, so you want to start
Things just feel heavy.
in the middle and just work your way around in a circle, getting smaller as you go up. Imagine you're kind of piping like an ice cream cone. If you've seen something like that, you probably know what shape you're going for. It might take a little bit of practice, but just remember you can always take it off and start again if you go wrong. So then you want this one. You don't need to do these are just the three designs I like the most. So this one is a smaller star. This one is kind of for a rose. So the next thing you want to do is get some fondant. With my purple one, I just used the first nozzle I had and just did a little circle. There was nothing fancy about it because I was putting fondant over it. So the first thing you want to do is lightly dust your surface with icing sugar, and then you just want to knead the fondant on a piece that doesn't have icing sugar on it, and then roll out your fondant on a counter that has icing sugar. So if it has kind of pieces of icing sugar all over it, you can just use a little pastry brush or something like that to get rid of it. So you want to find a cookie cutter that is roughly the same size as your cupcake. It wants to be just kind of a tiny bit smaller than your buttercream circle. So the next thing you want to do is just press it on top. If your buttercream is formed You can just press it down firmly
Something
and it
isn't
will stick
right.
on. The next thing you want to do is write a little message. I just wrote Mom on it because it's Mother's Day, so
Passion has gone.
that seemed like a pretty
And love's
relevant word.
taken flight.
I wouldn't go with
Things
something
just
too
feel
long if
heavy
I were you because
tonight.
I find it quite
I'm tasting no
difficult, especially if you
tears.
have a bigger brush.
I'm fighting no fear.
So next I have some red
Still
and pink
there's
fondant,
a hole
and
in
I just
my
rolled it out and I got a
heart.
little heart cutter.
Not on my own, but
And you
I
just
feel it
I already have these
sometimes.
colours at home. If you don't have one, you can
Wondering
remake
what
colours.
should I do?
You can look up a YouTube tutorial or
Reasons
something on how to make them.
unknown, I
I
don't
just
need
can. So
to
this is what it looks like
decide.
in the end. It's so
It's
pretty,
true
and I hope you
that I
enjoyed it.
don't